damn it. All right, damn it. I may have done it. Did I do it right? Did I finally do it all right? Well, damn it. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Tell me how I'm sounding out there. Do I sound good? Can y'all hear me good? I hope you can. Welcome to the First Church of Holy Shit. Right on goddamn time, too. Look at that. I mean, bam, on the money. I every now and then I impress myself. I did all right today. I'm hoping everybody is good. Let's see who in here. Let's see. Libation, Sister Libation says sound good. Spliffs, shout out to Spliffs up in here. Oh shit. Tony Mack is up in here. Of course, Fire is up in here. Dre Cortez, Christopher Perkins, Anthony Thorpe, True, John Q. What's happening? What's happening? Was Frank White? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? What's going on? Thank you. Thank you. All 19. Eric Harvey on Xylon. All of you incredibly conscious, dope motherfuckers who have decided to share just a bit of your Sunday with me. I thank you so much. It's raining here in LA. We are I had a dope time yesterday at the in Lamert Park. Shout out to KBLA, Tavis Smiley's radio station. If you can get it, 1580 on your AM dial. I know I'm hopping around a little bit because of this damn reception here in sunny, or usually sunny, Pasadena, but it is not today. So some of the time I'm not gonna I'm gonna freeze, but my audio keeps going, so you'll see me kind of jump. I apologize. Look at this dope ass shirt I got from Lamert Park yesterday. Shout out to the brother that sold me this shirt. I don't have your shit in front of me. Damn it. I wish I did. I will, though, because I'm going to be going down there and spending my goddamn money on a regular basis. Let's see. So, sound off in here if this is your first time. I'm doing the Cabbage Patch right now. The Running Man. Okay. All right, Christopher Perkins, show you goddamn age, bro. Them our dances right there. Them our dances when we didn't entirely hate each other. Thank you, he who thinks. Yeah, this shirt is dope, bro. This is a bunch of dope shit in Lamert Park you ain't gonna find in Macy's. So yeah. We gonna get into it. The creator was kind of wrestling with me, or I was wrestling with myself, to be honest, about what today's show was going to be about. I was really going to go in the direction of do you give the grace that you pray for? And I was going to go into how we treat each other and how we should treat each other and all that good shit. And then shout out to I don't know if I'm tipping my hand, but fuck it, I'll just repeat myself. Shout out to my elder statesman, my big brother in stand-up, Mark Curry. I was supposed to buy a Volkswagen from that nigga. He probably sold it already. He had a dope ass cream bug. Yeah. Tell a little bit of Mark's business. Mark too is a old car fanatic, and he had I see Malcolm. Who's the other person? Who's the other? I'm not gonna tell you who. You better know who the other person is. Goddamn it. Uncomfortable truth. I'm gonna tell you who that. You better know who that is. You up in here? Maybe it's because they could have put this. That's the. If I got one note, that should be the shirt. That's just, it's too much ceiling. I don't give a fuck about that. But these are some dope ass shirts at any rate. And dude had a bunch of dope shit. got to go down to Leimert Park. Yeah, the shit that Mark Curry went through, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to traipse through as we approach another year, another Gregorian calendar year. Those of us who know better that that ain't the year. And if it's, y'all let me know, from time to time, I'm just going to go here since there is there seems to be a glitch with my reception. Like now you can see me real good, and then now you can see me real good. Now I can tell because I get a notification. Now you can't see. Now you can't. So, but the thing is, by the time you can't, I done been froze, and you don't have this up. So, I might just leave this up so you niggas don't have to see me. That would be true. That would Then I wouldn't be, I'll be in a rush, taking the shower like I'm on a goddamn date, which is really what it is when you think about it. But yeah, we're gonna take a whole different tack today. So, but before we do, let's get into what we get into every week, which is and again, why is my shit sounding odd? Is my voice? No, it's a real talk. Do I sound odd? Do I sound odd? What's up, Don Terrace? Uh, or is that just your shit? Let me see. Let me see if it's just your shit. I'm on. What's up, Kells? Uh, let's see. Cause I need y'all to tell me when shit sounds odd to you so I can try to work on it. I am going to go to YouTube on my phone and see what I hear. Are you playing? Are you fucking with me? You fucking with me, man. Thank you, Kels. God damn it. Well, anyway. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into y'all know how we start the show. Okay. Put a P21 if this is your first time in here in the first church. If it's your first time in the first church, put a P21, please, in the chat. And let me know if that is your first experience, if this is your first experience here with us. Let's see. Yeah, I got everything on set. No, do not end the broadcast. Do not end the broadcast. That's not what I want to do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about it. Somebody fucked up and told me God was everywhere. So I pray from right here. Save me 10%. I never miss a game. Another way to put it is I save 10% on my soul insurance by switching to Don't Go. And I discussed the First Church of Holy Shit. Here at the First Church of Holy Shit, we discuss God without a name. Because that's the best way for us as people to agree. My issue with God having a name is if he does have a name, that's because you believe a man. You believe a man who told you that God's name was Jehovah or Buddha or Allah or Dionysus or pick, pick, pick. A man told you that. You do not need to believe a man to believe that God exists. You don't. You don't. God, the creator, that force, there's something else out there. That's something else that you know guides you, that you know is present. You don't need a man to believe that. So we speak about God from there with weed and cussing. Okay. If bad words hurt your fucking ears, well, fuck you then, actually. Because, come on. Life is not PG. It never really has been. It's just that's the way they tried to play it to you. We don't play it that way here. We play it uncut, rugged, rough, and raw. The way life really is where I come from. And and hopefully you will take that ride with me. And no, Dashay, I did not. The question is, did you watch the Dr. Umar interview? I did not. If you could tell me, oh man, I can make Malcolm scowl at niggas. What the fuck is that? I like that. Brother Malcolm, he's chilling. And I can make him go, you know what? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Please do. I definitely will. Shout out to Dr. Umar. I'll tell you something. All that school scandal and hoes and fuck all that. That dude tells the truth. I dig him. Shout out. With that said, uh, we're gonna go ahead and pray. So bow your heathen ass heads. Creator, we thank you for this day. Almighty force, most high, ancestors. To the name I know not, but I know exists. I thank you. I thank you for my talents. I thank you for my gift of gab. I thank you for these people who have decided to share their time with me and talk about you and it and us and how we can interact to be stronger and better. Guide my tongue in the right way. Bless my efforts. Bless my intent. Keep my ego in check. Help me to help them. Help them to help me. I want to learn too. And Creator, if you see fit, pretty please with shit on the top, send me a troll. Man, have you made me equipped to handle them. I do. There's never a troll without a lesson. But let me teach the lesson you've given me to teach. Let it hit their hearts and minds on a level that they can share it later. I ask these blessings in the name of my ancestors and of my Creator. And it is so. And now, we're smoke. That one wasn't that good. That's better. All right. With a nigga man first. Okay. And I take the negoose amen as well. Absolutely. All souls and trolls welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Let's get on into it. Today's sermon, when God won't help you. Let's think about that for a minute. When God won't help you. When God won't help you. God damn, Jeff. Is there a time when God will leave me hanging, Jeff? Is that what you're saying, nigga? That's awful ballsy. That's awful. You smoking weed again? No, Reek. This is I'm sorry. I'm cycling off weed. Excuse me. I'm cycling off weed and I'm smoking Mullen. Mullen right now. The lung healer, the lung cleanser, the lung gangster. Look it up, brother. Mullen. Get you some Mullen. Good for you. That, and I'm having some Earl Grey tea with sea moss infused water. Sea moss infused, just meaning I put me some sea moss gel right in the teapot so it's in the water. And I get my sea moss and it tastes good. Very good for you. Now, minus scripture. Minus lessons. I can tell you there are times that God won't help. But I'll handle that in a minute. So was Jasmine right? Is weed bad? You said the other day that weed steals your sleep dreams. That can't be good. Oh, that's absolutely wonderful, actually, Rick. Because what it replaces them with is great thoughts. I don't dream when I sleep from a place I can remember. Yeah. What's that? A little onion from my soup I had earlier. It doesn't. I may have said that wrong. Weed does not entirely take your dreams. It takes your memory of them. All I can remember is that when I'm high on weed, when I'm asleep, all those dreams are wonderful. But I don't remember them when I wake. When you cycle off of weed, the memory of your dreams comes back like gangbusters. Oh, that's delicious. That's so good. Yeah, the memory of your dreams. So I can remember my dreams very vividly now that I'm not smoking weed. And when I go back to it, the weed is going to hit me like a hammer. And I'm going to go back smoking a significant amount less. Yes, Kells. This is called the royal teaspoon in my house. Everybody know this is my teaspoon. Because I don't like no little bit of tea. I like a lot of tea. That's like 4 teaspoons with one get down. I dream all the time and smoke weed every day. Yes. I can't even front on smoking weed every day. I just say there's a time to cycle off it and go back. That's a chill maker spoon. Absolutely. There's my Cash App, GB Funny Style, $G. $. GB Funny Style. Okay, back into it. When God won't help you, there are a couple times in my life that I find that God will not give me the assistance I at least think I need. One, and I guess they dovetail into each other, is when I do not listen. God will not help me if I do not listen. And I mean that from a couple of places. I mean that from the heating place and from the my antenna ain't up high enough. My signal's not strong. The signal is God's signal stays the same. Your ability to pick it up strengthens and weakens depending upon how you live in your life. Yeah, let me put it that way. Depending upon how you live in your life will depend upon the help you get from God. And in the grand scheme of things, Kels is right. God is helping you by not helping you. He's helping you with the lesson. He's putting you through fire, and fire purifies. Prime example, when I found myself homeless over 13 years ago, uh, a lot of things burnt off. A lot of things burnt off. First thing burnt off was bad habits. You need money for bad habits. I was broke. The fuck I'm gonna have some bad habits with? I ain't got no money. So, yeah, I'm tired of beating up Malcolm's face. Uh, yeah, I had no money. Shitty friends. I don't know if y'all were here last week when my boy Mike, my good friend Mike, was on. Mike was my friend when I was dead fucking broke. Shout out to Herbie, his cousin. Friend when I was dead fucking broke. Uh, so God putting you through the fire is purifying you, burning off your impurities, the impurities of bad habits, the impurities of bad friends, the impurities of bad places, bad decisions. The other time God won't help you is when you operate under the one thing he will not change: your will. The Creator will never change your will. He will let you have your will. Lot's wife had a will, turned her ass into a pillar of salt, but she had a will. He will not change your will. And if from that place you find yourself without God's help, well, you now know. Number 3, God will not help you when he don't have no room. I'm not talking about your grace that he gives you to walk around unharmed and healthy. I'm talking about with the things that you want to move forward with. If you don't give God any room, then he'll let you continue to operate without him having any room, and he can't help you. The room for God, the creator, the life force, the energy harnessed by our ancestors, the room for that is between what is and what you want it to be, and the place that it is impossible to you. The place it's impossible to you is right where God works. I don't know how I'm gonna get. Do you know how many times? I know how far my car go before it run out of gas. God done gave me an extra 50 miles. Easy. I can remember that. This car's supposed to done been out of gas. I done had cars run out of gas at the gas station. In the wrong neighborhood. Running into people going, I don't know why you over here. God got his arms around me, carrying me, keeping me safe. But he's not going to change your will. Now, ooh-wee. Brother Fire, you meet God at the point of your lack of I'm going to leave that meat all on the bone. I want you to knock that out when you get in here if you come in here. Only way to figure out when your car run out of gas is to run it out of gas. Well, there are other ways to figure it out. You could bring your tank down to a quarter tank, fill it up entirely, or fill your car up. Press that odometer button and let your gas go down to about quarter tank or wherever you go and spin it, wherever you're going to fill it all the way back up. Fill it all the way back up. Make note of that number on your odometer and divide the gallons of gas you got by that number. And that will tell you what your miles per gallon is. If you know what your miles per gallon is, then you know how far that car gets you on that much gas. Extrapolate that average over the remaining quarter, and you have how long you got before your ass run out of gas. Or you could just run your car out of gas, and then you know that. I mean, that's, you get down. I wouldn't do that necessarily, and I've done that, and it's not the greatest thing to do. I've been that broke, and I've been that stupid. And I've been broke and stupid at the same time. Like to call that broopid. 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 I like it. Broopid. I'm going to go with that. Broke plus stupid equals broopid. Yeah. Yeah. Broke plus stupid equals broopid. I don't think anybody has a problem with broopid. We know some broopid people. Highway miles, different from street miles, that has to be taken into consideration also. Absolutely he who thinks. But not so much unless you are taking a complete highway journey in your car trying to figure out what you get on the highway, or you do mostly highway driving. If you don't and you mix highway and city, you better look at that number. You better look at that number, because if you angle at either one in favor of the other, you're going to come up short. I've done that too. That's how I ran out of gas one time. Because the highway number is much more impressive, but you have to average it. Oh, shit. Kel's coming with it. You can look at the gas gauge and remember once the line is below the E, it's done. That's on your car. Everybody here that had an old car and had a girlfriend they let drive it, y'all done had this conversation. Okay, is the light flickering? Like sometimes the light on, sometimes the light off with the gas? Does the light go off when you step on the brake? Does the light come on when you step on the hill? When you get on the hill? All that's different. And if you know your car, you know how much gas you got at that point. Don't let your gas run down that low. Only buy ethanol, people. Non-ethanol, excuse me. Non-ethanol gas. I need you looking for non-ethanol gas. Ethanol is corroding the inside of our motors. Look it up. There's ethanol being put in gasoline purely to corrode your insides. Excuse me, your car's insides. But you only know your car if you run it out of gas. Spoken like a young man. I'll just say that. I know the shit out of my cars, and ain't none of them ran out of gas. Not lately. Don't play that shit. No. Okay. All I need to know is what's close. When I get close, I'm pull over. Now, as a woman, I would say, ladies, start filling your gas tanks at half. When your tank get to half, fill that some bitch back up. Don't ever be lower than a half a tank of gas. Now, anyway, here's the time we are in. With all the praying we've been doing, and all the believing we've been doing, and all the fasting we've been doing, here's why we ain't been getting nowhere. Because God will change everything about a man with the exception of his will. Oh, Mrs. Brown, I turn on the heat. Lord Jesus. My wife be having it 200 degrees in here. Let me turn on some fan. Move my iPad out the way so I can get some fan on me. Because, Lord. My wife is the best. I swear for God, I got the last good one. I left the casino with the last good one. But now, yeah, fire, the heat, yeah. And the studio is upstairs. Fire, the studio upstairs. You know the heat come up, right? I close the vent. And we in California. See, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law don't allow the heat on in his house in the winter. Put a sweater on. Oh, well, it's still cold. Well, put on another sweater. Get a blanket. See if that'll help. I'm of that thinking. I just can't superimpose that on my wife. I've tried. But yeah. So, you gotta know the battles. You gotta pick your battles. So I just sweat. Let me know when the heat is good for you, honey. Yeah. He keep rising to the top. Yeah. Yeah, Tony Mac. Give it all you got. Now, at any rate, here's where we are now, people. We are in a place Whereas black people, like I said, here's when God won't help you. When you don't give him no room. We ain't asked God. Okay, I ain't gonna put your address. They put my hand over your address. Did they put your address on here? It say December the 15th, true. There your shit right there. The postal service right there. I just sent you shit. Okay? It's sent. It's the sent, goddammit. Um, we don't give God room. I'm gonna take it to the good book for those of you who read it. Moses gave God room by leaving Egypt with little or nothing. Moses gave God room by taking on Pharaoh's army with a fucking stick. David gave God room first by being faithful and showing up with his rag and a rock. That's all God asked you to do, show up with your rag and a rock. He got the rest. David gave God room to move by not showing up with a mighty sword and a mighty army and bust that nigga Goliath smooth in the forehead with a rock. A rock, nigga? A rock? A rag and a rock? You took down a dude that it'd take 3 people your size to tear his picture in half? Well, the distance between what we think needed to kill a Goliath, which is another Goliath, which Goliath was ready for another Goliath. Goliath had prepared himself for another Goliath. Goliath was used to fighting other Goliaths. Goliath wasn't ready for a little boy with a rag, a rock, and some faith and obedience to show up at the right time and do exactly what the fuck he was told. He wasn't ready for that. In that unreadiness was Goliath's arrogance, was the expectations of others. That's God's room to move. We don't give God room to move. As a nation of black people, we do not give him room to move because we don't show up with just a rag and a rock on one mission. We try to appeal to Goliath's sensibilities. We trying to get a sword like Goliath got. Not understanding that Goliath is prepared for that. He ready for that? But no. You don't want to do it the way God telling you to do it. You wanted to do it the way you want to do it. So as long as you do it the way you want to do it, you know what God gonna do? I'm gonna get out the way. I know I'm God and all, but I'm gonna get the fuck out the way and let your monkey ass do it the way you want to do it. Let you fuck it off some more. Because the only thing I will not change about you, I will change your position. I will change your station. I will change your bank account. I will change your spouse either into the one you're supposed to have or into the one he or she is supposed to be. I will change all of that. Yeah, ear hustler, I'm coming out the Bible. I can come out of Spider-Man. It's just the Bible's real easy right now. To me, the Bible and Spider-Man have the same merit. You know what the difference is between Marvel Comics fans and most black Christians? Marvel Comics fans don't deny the existence of Stan Lee. I will change everything about you, but one thing. God will not change your will, nigga. God will let you die with your will. You want to be willfully obstinate as opposed to willfully obedient? You want to be willfully faithless instead of willfully faithful? God will let you do that. And you'll blame it on God. No, nigga, it's you. Now, I ain't got to go all the way back. I ain't gonna go all the way back. Y'all ain't ready for that. We ain't got that kind of time. The show is only 2 hours long. So I ain't gonna go all the way back. But I tell you where I will go. I tell you where we can go. We really ain't got to go that far. We really don't. We ain't got to go that far. We'll take you back to Donald Sterling. That ain't that far, is it? We can start right here.
I'm sorry to feel that way, honey. I don't know how this conversation even came about. You were telling me how people called you and how they mentioned certain things to you and how it bothers you.
Can't you say the few Instagrams I won't? I'll just...
A little. Honey, if it makes you happy, I will remove all of the black people from my Instagram.
You said that before. You said I understand.
I did remove the people that were independently on my Instagram that are black.
Then why did you start saying that you didn't? You just said you didn't remove them. You didn't remove them.
I didn't remove Matt Kemp and Magic Johnson.
Why?
But I thought Matt Kemp is mixed, and he was okay, just like me. He's lighter and whiter than me.
Okay.
I met his mother.
You think I'm a racist? And
I don't think you're a racist.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I think you...
Evil heart.
I don't think so. I think you have an amazing heart, honey. I think the people around you have poison mind and have a way of thinking.
It's the world. You go to Israel, the blacks are just treated like dogs.
So do you have to treat them like that too?
The white Jews, there's white Jews and black Jews. You understand?
And are the black Jews less than the white Jews?
100%, 50, 100%.
And is that right?
It is a question. We don't evaluate what's right and wrong. We live in a society. We live in a culture. We have to live within that culture.
But shouldn't we take a stand for what's wrong and be the change and the difference?
I don't want to change the culture because I can't. It's too big.
But you can change yourself.
I don't want to change it. My girl can't do what I want. I don't want the girl. I'll find a girl that will do what I want. Believe me, I thought you were that girl because I try to do what you want. But you're not that girl.
There's no need to get upset. No need to get...
I just see what I'm living with, what I'm dealing with.
I'm sorry, I didn't do anything.
You never do anything, never anything wrong.
But I didn't do anything.
Upset me.
I upset you. You made yourself upset.
No, that's not true. You didn't start off by saying, honey, I understand we're living in a culture.
Because I don't understand. I don't see your views. I wasn't raised the way you were raised.
Well, if you don't feel it, don't come to my games. Don't bring black people and don't come.
Do you know that you have a whole team that's black that plays for you?
Do I don't? I support them and give them food and clothes and cars and houses. Who gives it to them? Does someone else give it to them? do I know that I have? Who makes the game? Do I make the game or do they make the game? These are 30 owners that created the league.
I'm not going to bring any black people to the stadium.
Well, is it easy to say that?
It's very easy for you to say that.
For you to say that?
I won't say that to anyone. I would never ask anyone not to bring someone based on race or color or culture. It's like saying, like, let's just persecute and kill all of the Jews.
Oh, it's the same thing, right?
Well, isn't it wrong? Wasn't it wrong then with the Holocaust? And you're Jewish. You understand discrimination.
All right. Let's look at that for a second. Did anybody hear? God damn it. Keep hitting that one. But I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna sample that, Mark. We need to go back to where my man says right place. Right there.
Jews. There's white Jews or black Jews. You understand? You understand?
And are the black Jews?
I need to know if you understand what he just said. There's white Jews and black Jews. Thank you, libation. That's what I call work it up. How's it mix? That's not too loud, is it? I'm gonna let it roll under us. That is funky. Every track you hear, I was dancing around in here when I made it. Let's think about this for a minute. He know the truth. There's black Jews and there's white Jews, and I know it. He know what the deal is. He know what time it is. He ain't playing with it. We the only ones playing with it. This cat know what he's saying. This cat know what he's doing. He know how he got the finger on the pulse of it and what it is. Now, well, his girl setting him up. Nice. She put him right in the crosshairs for us. Put him right in the crosshairs for us with this question right here. Just set him out. Set him out. On some Chicago shit. Us.
And be the change and the difference.
I don't want to change the culture because I can't. It's too big.
But you can change yourself.
I don't want to change it. My girl can't do what I want. I don't want the girl. I'll find a girl that will do what I want.
A girl. A toy. A toy. A girl. An organization. A corporation. A business. a group of people, I will find a blank that will do what I want because I don't have to change. The fuck I'm gonna change for? I'm a billionaire. I don't have to change shit but my drawers, and I don't have to change them if I don't really want to. That's who I am. Who the fuck is you? Caught him on tape red-handed, niggas. And sent him out to the world. Set him out to you. Set him out to you. How's my voice to track mix, people? Don't get ahead of me, Uncomfortable Truth. He coming. I got something for him too. Set him out to you on some Chicago shit. Set him out right in front of you with all of his racist shit. And do you know what we did? As us. Do you know what we did? Instead of handling our business, instead of really getting down, instead of standing up as a people, here's what we did. Here's what we should have done. Let's just say the creator at that time had blessed me with a brick and mortar building. Yeah, by the way, y'all, is the track too loud, too quiet? Can you still hear it? Is it good? Oh, and I love you, Libation, but you ain't heard yet. You should hear the giraffe balls theme. The old giraffe balls theme, I'm gonna bring it back. It's good right there, Spark Woman. Cousin Annis. Hey, Cousin Annis, love you, sis. Tony Mac, we good? Okay. Here's me, your Uncle Geoff. Let's pretend that West Angeles is mine, or Faithful Central is mine, or Fame is mine, or the Faith Dome is mine. Okay, kill me, Bruce House. How does it sound right now? Right now. Is it too loud right now? Is it good? What you puffing, Jeff? Mullen. Just mullen. Mullen in your hustler. Just mullen. One of them big churches is mine. 25,000 members that show up. And another million in the world. Mine. Hear what we do with Donald Sterling. I call a press conference right in the middle of my church. And I go, hey, this Pastor Jeff Brown of the First Church of Holy Shit, 25,000 black folks strong, and another million in the world. Dear Donald Sterling, I beg you, I beseech you, pretty please, with sugar on top, do not trade your team. Do not sell it. Keep it. I am going to stand up on behalf of the rights of Donald Sterling. That man had every right to speak his mind. And he should have had the right to speak his mind in his home without being taped. But when we get on the subject of shut up, how much shit should I have had? How much shit should my people have had? How much shit should my people have had? How much should have? So too bad this girl busted him out. Here's where me and my church is, or anybody who wants to call themselves a member. I have huge TV screens in my church so people can see me run my mouth on a Sunday. Every game that is televised will be shown in my church. And everybody that calls themselves a member will have their asses here when those games are televised. But we're not watching for the games. We're watching for the commercials. And I will separate my church by type of business. Cars, transportation, soap, vacation, and so forth. And they will be responsible for getting the letters to the other 25,000 and the other million who only have to sign them, and they will say the following. Dear car company, dear soap company, dear airline, we will not be, we being me, the people in my house, and everyone I love, will no longer fly your airline, drive your car, or wash our asses with your soap for the next 6 generations or 100 years, whichever comes last. We will not. There will be no exceptions. We don't want your money. It's too late. You stand behind him. That is what we will do. We don't want your money. And then, every black player was to say, I will not play for or against the Clippers, and I don't care what you take from me or where you put me. And then, every black janitor, every black parking lot attendant, every black security guard, every black cheerleader, every black insert your name of title here. So I'm through fucking with you for 100 years. You would watch black people choke a business to death in front of everyone. And guess what you do when you do that? You give God room to move. But you're marching, praying, voting, we shall overcome, Jasper ass, shade tree house coon asses just can't put that shit together, now can you? And this is why we are in this shit we are in. And no other reason. Wait, there's more. Let's move forward. There's another one. See this shit right here? It's the George Floyd protests. People burning shit. People looting shit. unrest, civil disobedience, burning of a flag. By the way, that person should use a torch lighter or some lighter fluid. That would have went a lot faster. All over Minneapolis, Columbus. Look at that. Denver. People tired. They're tired of it. They know it's wrong. And they're humans. This is going down on a Phoenix, going down on a human level. This is a human level that shit went down. Not a black-white thing, a human thing. Here's your problem. Should have burned the police station down. I understand, True. I got something better. I'm gonna read this and let myself cry. Because it just didn't happen. When everybody went to marching, protesting, when everybody went to burning shit, marching in the street, I went to Google and I found the Fortune 500 companies that were in Minnesota, and there were 6. They were Hormel, Target, Best Buy, 3M, and 2 more I can't remember. I'll figure it out. However, here's the letter I wrote, made available to others, and sent. And I mean these. This one is to the CEO of Best Buy. At that time, I don't know if it's still the same, his name was Hubert Jolie. Dear Hubert, I write this letter in response to the most recent death of one of my brothers at the hand of the Minneapolis Police Department. This happens so often in our country that the names do not matter anymore. The track record of police brutality and racism in your state is long and storied. Since 2000, 53 of us have lost our lives in Minnesota. This letter isn't about them. It's about you and your company. You head up Best Buy, Fortune 500 company headquartered in this state. There is no way you could have possibly driven to work, interacted daily with staff and public, and not have noticed this racial divide. Your statements of solidarity and compassion are insulting. Whatever you think you did was not enough. Your dismissive, mocking, and systematically oppressive ways, hiring practices, and even lately your openly bigoted social conduct have helped to cultivate this toxic atmosphere in which we now find ourselves. We, the melanated descendants of slaves as a people, have tried desperately in every way to reach you for centuries. We have appealed countless times to both your logic and your humanity. And from those of you who do not get it, our cries are never met with anything more than willful, obtuse arrogance, ineffective social programs, and from the best of you, our thoughts and prayers. My brother was the last straw, and since I cannot lawfully avenge his cold-blooded murder physically, I will do so financially. To do business with you in any way is to step over his body and memory, and as a people we have done quite enough of this. From now on, until the date of the trial, neither I nor anyone in my house will patronize any Best Buy store, and if Derek Chauvin is not put to death, at the hand of the state of Minnesota, we are prepared to do the following. 1, turn our social and financial backs on your state for 6 generations or 100 years, whichever comes last. In other words, we as a people are done with all things Minnesota with the exception of Prince, the time, and mint condition. You can keep the rest. Number 2, watch all sports games of the Twins, Vikings, and Timberwolves, not for the outcome of the game, but for the sponsors. We will notify all sponsors of your sports teams immediately of the same. 3, socially banish any black players who play for or against any of the aforementioned professional teams. We will not buy their products, jerseys, or anything associated with their likenesses, to include any products they endorse. This is not a contract. This is a statement of fact and intended action, and is therefore non-negotiable. The fact that your state has no death penalty is of no concern to me. You still find a way to kill my brother, he will not be the last to die at your hand in this matter. Either you put Derek Chauvin to death at the hand of the state, or face the sudden, shocking, unjust, and irreversible death of black commerce in your state, starting with Best Buy. Respectfully submitted, Jeff Brown. That, brothers and sisters, is how you get down. That is when you give God room to move. Not burning shit that's insured. You know what's also insured? Your money. They are sure you gonna just get mad, burn some shit, and go back to shopping. They know Black Friday coming and your black ass is gonna be out there in it. Missed it again. You miss it again because you've had too much. You've had too much. Too much shit goes well for you. It ain't bad enough yet. Next case in point. As we move forward. When is this Jasper ass shade treehouse go? Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Do I sincerely hope that I am wrong about this, but I don't think so. There was a time when Stephen A was quoting me, to quote Jeff Brown, when America has the sniffles, black folks got the flu. I say and I say it again. Don't quote me, Stephen A, ever again. I hope it was another Jeff Brown you was talking about and I'm mistaken. I hope I'm full of myself, because I don't want my words in your mouth at all. You and I see the world entirely different. As far as I'm concerned, Stephen A, and let's be real clear. And I'm not going to show up and eat chicken with you, pimp. When I see you, I mean what I'm saying right here. You're a Jasper ass shaped treehouse coon of the first order. You are a disgrace to your ancestors. You spit on their graves, and I don't respect you. I run away from you the way your hairline has. No love for you, bruh. You should be ashamed of yourself, because these brothers are ashamed of you, wherever they are on the other side. Wherever they are on the other side, please understand that Malcolm is ashamed of you. Martin is ashamed of you. Ali is ashamed of you. And you should be ashamed of your fucking self. This dude is at a hoodless Klan rally. What else does he have to do? But again, my people won't give God room to move. They won't stop playing and they won't stop watching. Because they're not ready to leave Egypt. Oh, shit. Moses can't ask for his people to be let go until they're ready to leave. When Moses asked for his people to go, their bags was packed. You niggas don't want to go. You niggas don't want to go. I argued with a Cowboy fan, and this whole thing is he was 15, and I'm like, how do you know he's changed? Bruh, Kels, leave that Cowboy fan over there. Leave him. Fuck him. If you can find a way to watch the NFL, and especially the Cowboys, we ain't cool no more. We ain't as cool as I thought. Period. What the fuck else this man got to do? Hang one of us in front of you? Fuck him and fuck you too. Done with them Jasper ass shell fake treehouse coons. Done with them. Which leads me us. This leads me, sadly, the white man. It ain't the devil. It was my dumb ass. I clicked the wrong button. I'm alright. I clicked the wrong button. Me. It was me that time. I was the goddamn problem. That was the issue. My dumb ass is trying to get this right for y'all so you can see. Finally, everything good, Tony Mac. I fucked up. I fucked up. Trying to minimize all the screens I have open. Yeah. Even thank you, Tony Mac. Even MJ missed the shot. Exactly. That's hilarious. Diverse. Wait a minute, I got something for you. Second. This next thing, sadly, I'm gonna tell you, nothing else makes me sadder about it. Not what he had to go through. What makes me sad is us. We are what makes me sad about this. We. Not Mark. Let me set that up first. My elder statesman, my big brother in stand-up. My big brother in stand-up. Mark Curry. Mark Curry is a few years ahead of me in stand-up. That's my brother. It's my elder statesman in my fraternity of comedians. What hurts my feelings is that I know that as black people, we are sadly about to let him down.
The problem is, I'm in a hotel lobby, and this man wants to see. I don't know what's.
If you're a guest.
Huh?
I'm just asking if you're a guest.
And I'm asking, are you a guest?
I just said no. I'm an employee.
Well, let me see some ID. You got your backup. How you doing, backup? Does he speak? Hello, backup. John, you've been here for 15 minutes. Okay, well, we're gonna put you. All right.
Let's stop. Scoot it ahead a little bit. All Mark was doing was sitting in the goddamn lobby of the hotel that he's staying in, that the backwoods inbred banjo picking barefoot country fuck trailer trash in front of him could not afford to stay in. Because he didn't know who Mark was. One of the funniest niggas on the planet. Period. Let me tell you something. If you only seen hanging with Mr. Cooper, if you only seen him play that sergeant on the Jamie Foxx show, if you ain't never seen that, woo, I might bring that up. Mark as the sergeant on the Jamie Foxx show, look that shit up. That's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen on television. If you've only seen Mark on television, you have no idea how funny he is until you go see him live. Mark is a fucking fool. One of the funniest dudes in the game. Still one of the funniest dudes in the game. But because this oaky ass live in the middle of the woods, working in maintenance motherfucker don't know who he is, he deal with this.
You are. I'd like to see some ID. Can I see your ID? Can I see a name tag? Can I see something? So I don't know who you are. So I would like to call the police on this guy for following me. I don't know who he is.
Now watch this shit.
No, he told me he was security and an engineer, but you got to show me a badge. You got to show me something. You're going to walk up to me. See, look at this. So you don't have to show me. We're live. This is going great. So you don't have to show me anything.
Now, you're about to see how deep white supremacy goes. You're about to see how deep white supremacy goes. You're about to catch it firsthand how deep this shit is. And that it's generational. Watch the lady at the desk.
Well, for why? For what reason?
Just for safety.
Just safety. So safety, you just follow the only brother in here, and you gonna ask me for safety. But what about?
Yes or no?
Well, let's ask all these people if they guess first, and then I'll show you. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I need you to ask them, are they guess first? Did you call the police? Did you call your police? What'd you call them?
Look at it. Seething. Ooh, this was anywhere else, boy, I swear to Christ. Seething.
That's him, people. Colorado Springs. We're at the Hotel Mining Exchange. Colorado Springs. Doesn't have a name tag on. He's filthy, dirty. And he still got my man in the back. His accomplishment, I think he's gonna take me down.
Now, Mark was at the Wyndham in Colorado Springs. Here's the problem. I'm telling you, as a former hotel worker, when I first got back to LA, I was dead broke. One of the blessings in my life, shout out to that waterhead mongoloid motherfucker Kevin Rouse, got me a gig as a concierge in the Bonaventure Hotel in Los Angeles. I was also a concierge at the Biltmore. Concierge is French for hookup, and it was before the smartphone. What a hustle gig. Another subject. I happen to know that service comes first. And as a concierge, if I was to walk up on that as a representative of the hotel, either one of them, excuse me, what seems to be the problem? I'm gonna see if I can't fix this. Hi, sir, what's your name? I happen to know. This is Mark Curry. What seems to be the problem here? He's asking you what? This is an open lobby. Does he have a reason to ask you this? Were you being unruly? Was your behavior erratic? Did you threaten anyone? All the answers to that are no before I find out whether he is a guest. If that is the case, this man is out of line. Period. He could be waiting on a guest. Checking in, checking out. There is no law against sitting in a hotel lobby unless the lobby's closed or is in need of cleaning or is under some type of emergency. That's hotel protocol all over the earth. This man is out of line. Then I find out that you are a guest. Mr. Curry, on behalf of the Wyndham and on behalf of the staff in this hotel, I humbly apologize. We will do whatever it takes to make this right. Do we comp your stay? Do we give you another stay? Do we make room service on us? And that motherfucker gets reprimanded heavily and not fired. That is the policy of a proper hotel. That's not what happened. And it's also not my concern at this point. My concern at this point is that us as Black people have a prime opportunity to choke another business. And we're not gonna. We're not. Bunch of people gonna go to Twitter and talk about how mad they are, how fucked up this is. Whole bunch of fucking shit. They're doing a match of them, done it again. Whole bunch of that. But ain't none of us gonna write a letter that I would love to draft to Wyndham and find out who their parent company is that owns other hotels so that we can make a list of them and not stay in them for 100 years. Because it makes too much sense for the Denver Broncos to get together and build a Black hotel in Colorado where Black people can go and stay. That makes too much sense. No, you'd rather beg to ride the back. You'd rather beg to ride the front of their buses than to own your own. And that's the fucking problem. You don't give God room to move. And that's why you stay where you are. Open the doors of this fucking church. Y'all come through, let's talk about it. Now, ain't know y'all was feeling this one that heavy. Okay. Let me know. If you got left and right, then you see what I'm doing with that with the sine wave. Listen to me on headphones, you get it. There he is. What's happening, Fire? What's on your mind, Doc?
Peace.
Yo, oh yeah, before you speak up, Doc Verse is in here. Hey man, I love what you did with that track. I'm gonna sing Erykah Badu's part. I'm gonna sing that part on the track. And I disagree with you. I think
what's going on? I'm hearing a lot of shit going on right now.
What you hearing going on, bro?
What's going on?
Yo!
I hear little, what up?
What you hear?
I hear little.
There we go.
I hear little static, just a little bit. But
I'm good.
It's not nothing major. Are you good?
Y'all hear static?
No, I had two tabs playing at the same time.
Okay. See fire coming in here to start. Why are you causing problems?
Let's go.
What's up? What's going on, family?
Hey, fellas, what's on your mind?
Man, Geoff, man, I just want to say salute to you, Spliff, Bruce, all you brothers who are doing the work out there, letting y'all truth be, you know what I'm saying, unapologetically. Shout out to also Mr. Curry, man. Earlier this week, I was cutting hair to one of my clients or whatever, younger guy, you know, and we was discussing the Jerry Jones, Stephen A situation, stuff like that, you know, as well as the Deion Sanders and things. And I was just thinking about like just Stephen A, you know, and the dude is a master at what he does. Like, we got to give him credit for his skills to do what he does, but it makes him dangerous because he's so firm on the things that he say to these youngsters. They believe it. You know, nowadays the internet makes it so fast for information to get out there, whether it's right or wrong. And in this microwave society, folks don't take the time to research anything.
Nothing.
So literally, I'm hearing this young man, this client, he's a young, smart brother, and he's like telling me the same argument Stephen A was saying, hey, bro, Jerry Jones was 15. And I, you know, and thanks to you, I had to explain to this brother some information like, bro, those people who were out there to kill those children, anyone in that picture, that's unforgivable. I don't care about the rest of his life unless you can show me this man has devoted his life to black people, which he hasn't. There's no excuse for Jerry Jones. But because this young man doesn't know the real history of this country because they're trying to take it away, you know, this is the stuff that they're believing. And so shout out to you guys who are, as well as myself, who out here giving out the truth, man, unapologetically, man. Shout out.
Amen.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Yeah, it's a psychosis, man. You know, these people, these sheeple, they're just whatever masses says, whatever masses feel, that's what they're gonna go with, and it's not gonna change. You're always going to have that percentage of people who are always going to suck master's ass. Simple as that.
And I'm explaining something without trying to diss this brother, because I still have this Jeff Brown, we may be related because they took our history. I'm riding with that. I'm riding with that logic, Jeff.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to talk about the brother Charlemagne the God, just a tad bit, man. Shout out to the positivity that the Breakfast Club does. Let's first say that. But recently he made a joke at Kanye West's expense at a time where Kanye was making a very valid point. And he was basically saying the shit we always say. If you want to tell black people, forget our degradation, forget slavery or Jim Crow or whatever, 2012, 2022, today, if you want to tell us to forget our problems, why won't you tell the Jewish community forgive Hitler? Why won't you tell them, hey man, we tired of hearing about the Holocaust? And when that conversation was brought to Charlemagne's desk, he asks, why haven't Kanye West forgiven Pete Davidson for y'all know the rest? And to me, it was like the dangers of what Charlemagne did. He's smart enough to know he deflected. Because see, folks are gonna laugh at that and get on the fact of knowing, haha, Kanye West, look what happened to your wife and the shambles, and forget the main point of what Kanye was saying. Stop letting people tell you to forget your degradation. Stop telling people you shouldn't complain about what you're going through. So extra shout out to Mr. Curry, because like he said, man, I got enough money to buy this hotel. But that's not the point. The point is to show, and not one time in that video did he tell those folks, hey, do y'all know I was hanging with Mr. Cooper? Do you not know I'm syndicated? I get checks for that shit. I'm mainstream.
Because he shouldn't have to say that.
Absolutely.
He should not have to say it.
Absolutely.
Now let's back up. Hold on a second.
The same as Kugler shouldn't have to say who he is at a bank.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Let's back up. Let's back up, gentlemen.
You shouldn't have to validate your status.
Exactly. All right. Hibbity hop, mom, stop. Let's stop for a second. Tony Mack pulled a pin on a fucking grenade just now.
Mm-hmm.
Mark said, do you know I have the money to buy this hotel? So do enough members of the Denver Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
So do we all. But we don't own enough hotels. We don't own a hotel that Mark could be assured that if Jeff Brown owned it, y'all, Mark Curry is coming in. We laying the red carpet out for him and his homies. Okay, we all niggas here. Ain't gonna be no nigga malfeasance. I don't want no fucking weed burns in my shit.
Yeah.
It's my hotel. I got a spot for y'all to spark up and chill out. I got the FOI doing security, so watch your fucking ass. Don't be in here on no nigga bullshit. I do business with niggas. Like I don't do nigga business.
Yes, sir.
That's where we need to be. That's the thing. It's the fact that we don't own a hotel. And we won't stand up and all say we're never staying at the Wyndham, and the Wyndham is just a part. There is a big conglomerate that more than likely either the Wyndham owns a bunch of, or the Wyndham is owned by this conglomerate. If we say we not fucking with no hotel on this list except our own, if that bank incident was circumvented by us having our own bank that Ryan had his money in, Ryan wouldn't have had that problem. He'd have been taking a picture with the president of the fucking bank.
Pretty much.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
Or anybody that can afford to go to that bank, for that matter.
Oh, we'll
that
take
changed
other
the whole
people's
culture.
money. Yes.
Yeah.
Too many people
I mean,
still want white acceptance.
No. I mean, let's make it to where not only if we have our Wyndham, so to speak, let's not just make it for just the Mark Currys or the big name black folks. Let's make it to anyone who's going to abide by the rules and can afford to go here. You get to meet, if you want to talk to the owner, whatever, let them meet him. Let's change the whole culture. Like my man, I think Spliff said it a few episodes back. Let's stop this ranking shit and do the lanking things. And that'll kill everything, so we can all see each other as the same way they see us, equal.
Well,
that's the same way your rivals see you, equal. You on the other side.
Okay, here's the deal. And absolutely yes to 96% of that, Brother Tony. Yes. I say this often. Black folks only want to sell shit that other black folks want to buy. That's a mistake. You can't get other people's money that way. I want to make movies with no black people in them at all. None.
Thanks.
Zero. I want to make them rom-coms, romantic comedy, where the white boy is running at the end to the airport to save the girl. I want to make some of that.
Your version of Friends.
Black director. Oh, yes. Well, actually, the version of Friends is actually living single.
Yeah, you know that, right?
No, but
Yo, yeah, Friends was like 2 episodes behind.
Of Friends.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Where the director, the producers, the lighting people, the sound people, the music people, all us, selling a product to people who are not us.
But
so
guess
I don't have a problem. Sit tight. I don't have a problem with other people staying in my black hotel. I have a problem with the fact that my people can't get the respect that I would give to all people. That's the issue here.
That's the issue.
So you know what's flip, Jeff? This is what's going to happen, Jeff, and this is where we fail. You want to make those movies with the white actors, with all white cast, but you want to employ all blacks. They know that, and they're not going to watch your movie, or they're not going to pay for your movie because of that. So your white rom-com is never going to see the light of day.
Well, I don't. Here's where I think you might be wrong.
White people don't care like that.
Here's where I think you might be wrong, bro. You're discussing the mindset of the Korean, the mindset of the Armenian. The Anglo-Saxon white male is a whore. He'll sell his woman to you.
That's true.
He don't. I don't think that's the
when it comes to the progression of us.
Yes, and we also watch those movies.
Exactly.
We have no choice but to know their culture.
We've been conditioned.
Exactly.
Our conditioning has been conditioned.
I would love for us to go see my movie with none of us in it, knowing that all of us. That's why the music's so funky. That's why it's so goddamn funny. Because we wrote it. So I don't know. I think it would be it's a risk I'm willing to take.
You know what?
Face of what we're doing now.
Do it.
In the face of what we're doing now. And I'm working on being that dude. The next, instead of saying I want to be a black Dick Clark, I want to be the next Don Cornelius.
All right.
That's where I'm at with this shit.
Love, peace, and soul.
Yes, sir.
We have enough heroes to aspire to.
Come on, man.
In your quest to be the next Don Cornelius, I need you, even when you're going on these tirades, Unc, I need you to understand that.
Is this Bruce? Bruce, this you? Uh-oh, did he freeze?
Froze.
All of us, or the percentages of us. Can you?
I hear you. You kind of going in and out, bro.
You're glitchy.
Everything's glitchy. My videos.
Can you hear me better now?
A little bit. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let it out. Let it out.
All right. So what I'm saying was most people wanted, the majority of people wanted to integrate. They didn't want to fight for their own. So when you're making these cases about the NFL and all of that, that's who you talking to. Niggas ain't gonna stop watching the Cowboys. Like I said, it's weed to crackheads. They don't need to smoke weed. They smoke dope. Like they smoke crack. They don't have to smoke weed, but they gonna smoke it still. They gonna make an argument for it and everything. When you tell them they don't need to smoke both of them, they don't care. They're gonna make an argument. They're gonna be smart enough to make the argument for still smoking the weed while smoking the crack. So I mean, that's who you fighting with. You know. You can only get who you can get. Like Huey asked Granddad on the Boondocks, did you get bit by dogs and get sprayed by water hoses? Because all y'all make it seem like all y'all was doing it, and it wasn't all y'all. It couldn't have been all y'all. And then that's what we doing with the rest of the situation. And that's the situation we in. There's only so many fighters, and there's only so many people that don't want to be part of the all, or the group, or the get along.
And that's where you start, brother. That's where you start. There is no, like I said last week, Harriet Tubman didn't hope niggas to slavery. She planned them out of slavery. Hope is for shitty planners. Most of them niggas over there is hoping shit will change. It has to start seriously with us. I've already done it. It's already some niggas I done cut off and I'm not fucking with no more. Done affected my pockets that I'm not fucking with because they're Cowboys fans still. I'm not gonna let you spit on my ancestors' grave that way. I'm not. It's never all of us. It's never what happens, brother. What's going to happen? And it's slowly coming about. It's and young Jedi Bruce, you are right on it with regard to what the problem is. But most of your problem, brother Bruce, is this right here. These people with this shit right here. The people who saw a little bit of the American dream. The people who bought this fucking integration shit. The niggas who brag about, I'm the only black nigga, I'm the only black one on my block. Them fucking coons. There's too many of them still alive.
Mm-hmm.
But they're dying off. And there is a group of black people. If you watch Snowfall, it is the survivors as children of the Holocaust. There will be a day when there will be no Ronald Reagan Library here. As long as Ronald Reagan is celebrated here and niggas is okay with that, we gonna have this problem. But what is coming, Bruce, and what is coming in the name and the age of them youngins you raised is what's coming. Okay, whose life do I hear? I hear somebody's life. You know who you are.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? Hey, can I give a flip side of that?
Yeah.
I ain't want to cut you, brother, but I did want to jump in. But I mean, I feel, Bruce, you know what I'm saying, when it's a lot of people that just gonna run back to the plantation, so to speak, man. But we gotta also understand those who were born into a plantation, they may not know it. So before we write them off as just, man, they lost or they slaves, man, let's see if we can just kind of see if we can meet them in a middle ground and kind of pull it to them. I just got a small story, brother.
Go ahead.
Hey, y'all, of a time I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? All right. Years ago, man, I'm graduating from Barber College, me and this other guy, young dude or whatever. At this time, I'm already kind of a little bit more conscious, but not where I'm at today. So we go to hang out at this hookah lounge down here in North Dallas or whatever. So it's called the Kush Lounge, even though weed is not legalized in Texas, whatever. So we go to kick it, and when we get in, the guy tells us they don't have any standing room spots. All they have is tables. You know, white guy, Jared looking motherfucker. And he's like, so I asked him, like, well, how much for the table, man? I don't, mind or whatever. Dude look us up and down and does the racist shit, but you can't prove it's racist shit, or should I say bigot shit. And he said, oh man, I can tell y'all can't afford it.
No.
Yeah, cool enough. So the young man that was with me, it was probably about 6 to 8 of us, but one of the young cats who was graduating with me, he wasn't financially as set as I was. So I'm like, let's roll. So, but he was like, man, I can't wait till I get in the shop. I can't wait to stack my bread so I can come back and buy 3, 4, 5 tapes. Now, easily people could have written that young man off as a coon because he was misguided. But no, his anger for the disrespect was still there. His way of going about responding to it was out of place. And I had to stop him and tell him, I said, gee, if they're willing to disrespect you for whatever reason, why would you go back and make them richer? And from that point on, man, this dude, it opened his eyes to a whole new way of looking at life. I ran into him maybe 2 years ago. This is 8 years now from that incident. So I ran into him maybe 8 years, later. And my brother got his own black-owned clipper line. And he told me, bro, that day you told me about that shit from that club, the Kush Lounge, which is no longer in business, thank God. Ever since that day I opened his eyes, it made him look at the world completely different. And now he has a point to make sure he has black-owned shit. So, man, that's all I'm saying. Sometimes before we write our people off, give them a chance. Try to see where they at mentally and bridge that gap to open their eyes to what they need to see, man. That's all.
That's excellent, brother. That is exactly.
But see, what you talking about, Tony Mac, ain't what I'm talking about. Like that's guiding somebody. That's guiding somebody. No, it's just a miscommunication. That's all. that's guiding somebody that had the anger. I'm talking about a cat that'd be like, you know what, it's okay. I'll just find another place. You know, it's fine. They just don't. You know, it's them people that give them excuses to act that type of way towards us.
You're talking about the complacent ones.
Yeah, the cats that'll be cool with that. You feel me? Like, not even be mad enough to get their own, or you can't tell. You would have told him that. You'd have been like, "Nah, get your own." He'd have been like, "No, I'm gonna spend my money here and fought with you about it."
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Those cats.
Yeah,
Master feed us good. You know what I'm saying?
Once they expose themselves, stop fucking with them.
Yeah,
that's
at that point.
that's that shit. That's
Once
that
the
shit.
truth is spoken, and they know better, and they continue to do the shit that's not right, fuck them.
Yeah, leave them alone.
Hey, brother Bruce.
Do what they're gonna do.
Brother
Put
Bruce.
your energy into them. Put your energy into those who will listen, comprehend what's being said, and who will act accordingly. If they don't bullshit, let them stick with the bullshit. Especially if they know better. Now, if they don't, you can have a discussion with them, and then the decision is on them going forward.
They
But those
caught
who
the
don't stay there, let them stay there.
they caught the vapors.
It's really and I'm glad Brother Bruce made that distinction, because and then I'm gonna go to my man Spliffs, who, by the way, y'all check out all the graphics on my shit that's new. That's my man did all of this. Shout out, man. It's a whole y'all not ready. It's a whole me, King Fire, Diverse. It's a bunch of us, bro. We about to do some dope ass Wu-Tang shit. Anyway, what I was saying is Brother Bruce was right on the money, as was Brother Tony. This thing is so fucked up that there's room for all of us to be right. There's room for all of us to be right. And what Brother Tony was talking about was somebody whose short sword he could sharpen. Who Brother Bruce was talking about was these Jasper ass shade tree house coon ass niggas. These niggas that need to walk the fucking plank.
Yeah.
It's a difference, and it's a lot more of them. But they're dying because those people are made up of people who saw some of what could be considered the quote-unquote good that was to be had in the late 60s through the 90s before crack hit. Right in that fat spot of 3 decades is where modern black people saw what they thought was prosperity, and they want to hold on to that. And they were slowly being pushed away from their culture to understand that they had their own car companies, their own hospitals, their own bus lines, their own hotels. They didn't see that part. So what you got to find and connect with is those who like Brother Bruce and Brother True alluded to, are the individuals that are moldable. I'm not talking about them. The ones that are, and that number is growing. What say you, Brother Splits?
I want to say both brothers was right on the money, and something I've observed, something that I've observed, right, is in when you're dealing with like the word sound power. First, I want to say is if you come into the world, a world that is working against you and your people, and you come into the world to do anything other than be a change maker, what are you here for? Wow. That's the point. Now, traditionally in nature, when we have children, when we have offspring, that's to promote excellence. Somewhere we've been thrown off of that innate nature to come in the world and produce excellence. Now, if you're doing what you're supposed to do and you producing excellence, you excelling, you growing, you developing. When somebody has an idea of how to win, and somebody says, "Hey, it'll never happen, or they stop towing that status quo line, then in any other culture, in any other society, they'll put you to death for that.
Wow.
And that's just real. In the military, if you talk against the youth, yeah.
Go back to that about elaborate on the situation where a community will get together and stone your ass. Go back to that.
All right. So let me bring it into modern terms. I was just about to bring it into modern terms because I'm a veteran and I've seen it in the military, right? In the military structure. Simplify. So what I've noticed is that if if the leadership creates a plan, right? If a plan is laid out and a run-of-the-mill soldiers start talking against the plan, he can get discharged.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. So the problem to me, in my observation, is the fact that too many of us are free with our disagreement or our negativity at what it takes to make the change. You know what I'm saying? That's on us. The word sound power. If you don't have the morale, if you don't have the belief that you can win, why you playing? Why the fuck are you on my team?
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here. And that's the facts. Like I don't live life to lose. Everything I do in life, I do it to make a change in the people that's believing in me or that's working with me. You understand? To forward a thing. And that's just based on the root that's just based on the root of wanting to have success for my successive generations. Now, how you a father, how you a mother, and you don't have that in you, that innate drive of excellence? It's something going on. We got a lot of chimeras. We got chimeras amongst us. You know what I'm saying? We got aliens amongst us. And that's where the problem is. You understand what I'm saying?
It's that instinct, though.
Was that? Is that you, Spark One?
Yeah, my video's lagging, but my audio's on time.
Okay, cool.
That some people just don't have that innate feeling of love. Some people are really sociopaths or manic to the point that there's no feel.
Do we correct that, or do we temper justice? Or do we temper justice with mercy? I was always taught never temper justice with mercy.
Speaking of that,
I think there's a lot of us out there that could really do and benefit from psychotropic therapy, and I mean like ayahuasca, ibogaine, kind of mushrooms like psilocybin, those kind of experiences, because I think we've dealt with so much trauma over the last 400 years that we really need to sort it out on a higher level of consciousness.
Okay, well, hold on.
That makes me think about something. You know what a true rites of passage used to be? Like not what they saying it is today, but a true rites of passage.
Oh, you take that bowl of ayahuasca, you go out in the forest and you with yourself and your own demons.
And well, not just that, you go out there with the real animals that can fucking kill you, and you come back home with that shit thrown across your back, slain, or you don't come home.
How about that?
Ain't that correct? I mean, am I tripping?
Absolutely.
Am I
tripping?
That was the old ancestry time.
You said that's the first 10 minutes out there, Jeff.
Do you know that's how they? Do you know that's how they manage? Do you know that's how they managed culture? That's how they managed population.
Mm-hmm.
See, we're not thinking
that's
deep.
My movie, man. 300, that's top 15.
Speaking of which, hold on, fellas. Speaking of which, peep this narcotic. Speaking of which, he who thinks. Sometimes the wrong people are discharged before they're fully understood. Let me explain something to you. from a military United States Marine Corps point of view. Nobody gives a fiddler's fuck about your opinion if you are not in a position to usurp authority with that opinion. You do what the fuck you are told by the people above you. Because with thinking like this, you don't get 2,000 men to move at once. Because 2,000 men have 2,000 different opinions. Nobody gives a fuck about those 2,000 opinions. The opinions they give a damn about are the one from the Joint Chiefs of Staff down. Opinions run up, not down, brother. And if you're going to be in line with a particular thought, idealism, way of thinking, way of being, or moving that has a hierarchy, you will make your way up that hierarchy, and in that spine, you are given an opinion. Don't nobody give a fuck about what your PFC ass got to say, right or wrong. That's how that go. You will never build a bridge with that shit. You will never get anything
That's
done.
how that go.
But a bunch of, well, I think.
That's how you end up in the supply chain.
Yes. Yes. I don't need them. Okay, fine. I will.
That's why I was.
Sure, go ahead, brother.
Yeah. No, I was highlighting the fact that you said in 300 why that is a great movie. One of my favorite scenes in that movie is when the messenger goes to Leonidas and tells him that Xerxes want to control his territory and everything. And when he delivered his speech, and how when they drew swords, how everybody was just, they drew them all at the same time. And I don't know if people understood that was the purpose of that movie, of telling you they believed in their idealism. I'm probably saying the word wrong. I'm sorry, I'm from the South. But ideology, principles, all of it. And because of that, that's why they were able to succeed, whether we believed in the movie or whatever. But that was the point of it.
I tell you another one.
That was why that scene was very important. Go ahead.
I tell you another one. I could not figure out this television show, Sons of Anarchy, about these white supremacist bikers that were a bunch of fucking hapless dope dealers, thugs, and murderers. Why I fucking love this show and still do to this day. So fucking much. I love that show. And it's because
you're looking at the underbelly of their society.
No, that was not it.
The unity amongst that fucking gang.
Brother, if you here's an episode. Go YouTube, search it. Sons of Anarchy, nursery scene, Ireland. When they're in this nursery looking for Jax Teller's son, one of the dudes that's guarding the nursery gets Brody with one of the sons, and it goes down, and these motherfuckers jump like Marines. Marines move like bees, bruh. You can't fuck with one bee. You can't fuck with one bee. When the flag drop, if you in a club and you having a good time with a Navy dude and look up and see a Marine fighting a Navy dude, you know what you finna do? Headbutt this Navy dude in front of you and kick him in the balls and find another one.
Exactly.
That's how we get down. Let's just say Spliffs is on the base. Sergeant Spliffs and Sergeant Brown on the same base. I can't fucking stand Spliffs. That motherfucker think his shit don't stink. Fuck him. It's how I feel about it. But if I get out in town and see Spliffs with a problem, we got a problem. Because I can't go back to the base and let them know that I left Spliffs hanging. Because now they can't trust me. Regardless. We both better be standing in front of the captain. Either I was trying to break it up. You don't get to take an ass whooping by yourself as a Marine. If it's 20 of them and just one Marine and there's another Marine, now there's 20 of them and 2 of us. And until we think like that as black people, we gonna keep having this shit. And so because we as black people are not willing to let the Wyndham know we fucking done with you. We done with you. I'm gonna research it. I haven't had the time. I'm gonna research it, but I got a letter. I'm gonna let y'all know. Here's what you do. Search for yourself. Wyndham Hotels parent company. Find the parent company. If they are their own, then you only have one letter to write. And you write it to the CEO, and you let him know that you are going to tell your children's children to never fuck with the Wyndham.
Hey, that's why I just want to bend it right here.
Go
We
ahead,
got the Wyndham Hotel used to be here in South Jersey, here in Jersey, in my hometown. And guess what it's doing right now? It got boys up. Got boys up.
Wyndham.
I wanted to speak on Hubert Joly.
Okay.
The former Best Buy CEO. It's someone else now. It's a woman now. But Hubert Joly, when I used to work for Best Buy and he had took over, this man had everybody reapply for their jobs, and most of the people who weren't rehired were black, and a class action suit was raised against him. So I think it's funny that flash forward, I want to say early this year, the company that I work for invited him to talk about race and inclusion in the workplace and the challenges that he faced at Best Buy because of the issue that he had with that initial first step that he took.
Wow.
And there was a whole 20-minute conversation between him and the current CEO of the company that I work for, which is a sister, by the way. But I don't want to divulge that.
Okay, yeah. I got you.
Okay.
But it was funny how she had brought him out to talk about that whole thing, and he was talking about some of those letters that he received from that whole injustice from what happened when that happened with George Floyd. And he brought up how that changed the landscape of how retail operators need to think about their employees and the spaces in which they operate. It was very interesting. And I'm going to just land my plane there.
Okay.
Hey, I would like to share a quick experience and fall back. I'm going to fall back after that, right? I'm gonna say in another country, right? There was an incident where some white farmers gave a ride to a young black man, right, in a pickup truck, in the back of the pickup truck.
Okay.
When it came to his stop, they kept going past his stop, right? And when the guy was like, "Hey, can y'all let me out?" They wrote "Die nigga" in the dust of the window of the pickup truck. The boy jumps out of the pickup truck because he got scared and didn't want to go nowhere else with them. Broke his body up, everything, right? That night, those farmers, these white farmers, they was German oriented farmers. 4 of their major fields was burnt to the crisp. All right. The next day, the leadership of that German community came to the leadership of the boys' black community with a peace offering, you know what I'm saying, to stop the conflict the next day. All this happened in basically one day. That night the fields was burned. The next day, the leadership of that community came with a peace offering and some kind of reparations. That's the only way it worked.
Well, sure.
That's the only way that it works.
Yeah, the only negotiation tactic America understands is violence. We all know this.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, and this is maybe as a leader, this may be a failing of mine. To a man, to a last black man, we will burn everything, to include your women and your children, until you turn over to us, in our hands, the hands of the truck owner and all the passengers. That is all we will accept. And we will send them back to you broken, not dead, but broken, like our brother is broken. Now, we can start there.
They was handled when the field was burnt. So you correct. You definitely correct. That was handled when the fields was annihilated. So you definitely correct on that, bro.
Hit the pockets.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna. The only thing that an aggressor respects is equal or greater aggression.
Mm-hmm.
You can never appeal to a bully for your lunch money back.
But you can whoop his ass.
You can bust his ass in the face with a foot.
And they'll think about it next time.
You gotta bust that nigga.
And then you treat that pussy
You
to lunch.
beat the rings off that nigga.
That's it. Living witness to that. Living witness to that.
I wanna update my homework.
Okay. All right, hold on, Bruce. Hold on. What's going on, Doc?
I was about to say, I'm gonna update my homework. I got 4, so I had 3 rocking. I know that to go to war with me. I just added 1.
All
so
right.
I just added a lieutenant to the squad.
All right.
We moving the same. This is what I want to talk about. A second ago, I missed the whole story. I was in motion.
Okay.
But as far as knowing your team, right, and having your team together in the same maybe 2 hours, right? You ask one of guy, I'm gonna come through. You feel me? Shoot me $10. Motherfucker want to argue about the $10. Like, all right, it's cool, never mind. So I don't go. And the next about an hour later, like, I need 500. Give me your bank account number, and I'll shoot it to you. Like, it's knowing it's knowing what your goal is. You feel me? Like, what are you really doing? And that's how you put your team together. Because I could argue about this $10, this funky ass $10. I really don't need it if I want to. I can do that and make that a big deal. Why you won't give it to me and blah 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 blah. That's cool. And I've done it. The thing about it is, you know who you're talking to, and if you know who you're talking to, then why would you talk to me about $10? Why are we even arguing about this? If I want it, I just want it. I don't care what I take it from you and burn it. Don't matter. If I am who I am, or I ain't. Give me the money or not, or don't give it to me. Well, the other person, I didn't even tell them what it was for. I just, hey, I need this. Or this is how much this costs. How we doing it?
Right.
That's the only answer I want to hear. That's the only right answer is how am I getting it to you, or how we doing it? That's it. You gotta know your team.
I tell you, Brother Bruce, what you're referring to in cinematic terms. Who here has seen the movie The Town? Have y'all seen
lived that shit. I'm from that motherfucker.
Okay, there is a scene in this movie, The Town, where Ben Affleck comes in and talks to his friend Jeremy Renner.
Oh.
As a matter of fact,
I'm not gonna.
Don't stop. I'm gonna play that. It is one of my favorite scenes in any movie. In any movie, it is it's a prime example of how basically, especially the cats I run with, in order for me to run with them, they gotta think this way. They gotta if I gotta sit up and campaign with you about certain shit, then we don't roll as tight as I thought.
I'll tell you what it is. We're asking about it, and we're gonna hurt some people.
Whose car we gonna
take?
That's it. That's it. Whose car are we taking?
That's it.
I don't need this other shit. I don't need this other shit. And Brother Bruce, I sincerely hope that your other soldiers lay in the cut and watch what goes on in this room, what goes on with my boy Spliffs. You got to come over. I want all of y'all under the sound of my voice to make your way over to power357radio.com. Tomorrow we gonna be getting down. We gotta make our way we have to make our way to a level of unity where we make these brand new niggas, these old niggas, these horrible niggas. They gotta walk the fucking plank, people. They gotta walk the plank.
And I'm bouncing that motherfucker on your way out too.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, I got a question for you about the Dion thing. I wasn't able to get into the room on Wednesday.
Okay.
But I got a question for you about the Dion thing, right? When you say it's worse than Jerry, it's worse than Jerry?
Yes.
You think it's worse than Jerry?
Yes.
Okay, can I let you know how I see it?
Yes.
I feel like that brother did everything that he was supposed to do and then some. And then some. So Jackson was only paying him what, $300,000 a year, right? So then this brother ended up putting half of that salary back into rebuilding the locker rooms, back into getting the meal prep, back into. Can you hold on 1 second? All right, so.
Okay. We not on hold. Never mind.
He got them money for the meal prep. He got them a new field, right? But at the same time, cats were breaking into this man's office, taking his belongings. They couldn't put security on his office, or the fact that his son's cars were broken into on a number of occasions, and his own car was broken into on occasion. Would you want to stick around in that situation after what you've done? And they don't lose any of that you gave them. They keep that. He's just going on to make another situation where a locker room that identically mirrors the same diaspora, which is 60%, more than 60% black. He's got to go help those brothers now who don't get that opportunity to have a Dion, because in order for him to have been able to even have been in that situation, he would have had to have been an assistant coach first.
Okay. Let me tackle that. And I'll tell you why. Even in the face, and I said what I said before I heard all of what you just said. Before I was made aware of the same information. Number one, in front of the world, Dion tried to do business with niggas and wound up trapped in nigga business. Mm-hmm. That's number one. Making it worse than Jerry. Because it is us, again, airing our draws to the fucking world, because these fucking monkeys in Mississippi, again, parenthetically, the South is made up of the descendants of the slaves who did not run. These people embarrassed us because of what it could have been, because of what it looked like it was.
He should have been
the
taken
300,000. The 300,000 was plenty for Dion if the other niggas had did what they supposed to. And their jobs was not to steal the money. Their jobs was not to be in such a position of lack that they decide to steal from the one savior. You cannot be a savior unless you are followed.
Yeah, I didn't even talk about them snuffing the ticket sales. Yeah,
right.
He's supposed to, after 30,000 in attendance, he's supposed to get a piece of that, and they didn't even reciprocate.
Unimportant to the story at this point. You can put it on the pile of shit. It's just another turd. The point is, yeah, I like that. If the turd ain't gonna make the pile of shit different, keep the turd. The issue is this. This is worse than Jerry Jones because it's us. The only way it does not become worse than Jerry Jones is if all the cowboys go, you know what, fuck you. Fuck you. All the black Cowboys go, we're not playing for you. And all the other NFL players say, you know what? We ain't playing against you. The fuck you gonna do now?
It'd be nice. They're not gonna do it.
They're not gonna.
They're not.
They're not. It's preposterous.
The biscuits are way too buttered.
Here's what. There you go. Here's why. It is because we have not lost enough, and niggas my age have not died enough.
Yeah, that biscuit is way too buttery.
We need more niggas my age to just plain old fucking die. That's it. Because there's too many of us who don't think that we are not enough. And I'm not, the money difference is the problem. The fact that people can bring up the money at all is the problem. Because the money shouldn't be a factor. How much richer is rich?
Yeah,
Dion's
but it ain't
already
about the
rich.
money till it ain't about the money.
No, it's not. It's not about the money. When black people show up to help black people, but those black people who he showed up to help were not ready for that help.
Mm-hmm.
The black dude that dude or dudes that broke in his car, the black dudes that stole the money, they ruined this. It wasn't the entire town of Jackson, Mississippi. It was a pressure. You could put everybody who fucked this Dion deal off on one bus, and if I could, I'd have sent that motherfucker over a cliff on fire.
Oh, the Dusty bus.
So,
yes, it'd be a short one too.
Are we saying that it's not necessarily just Deion Sanders being worse than Jerry Jones? You're just saying the situation with Deion and Jackson was worse than the situation with Jerry Jones.
Yes.
I can feel that. Yeah.
We have to eradicate dustiness from our culture.
What it was.
Go ahead, True.
The business was fucked up. He brought in all that. He brought all their attention, all that money, all that Under Armour money. Cause they had different uniforms every week. They had the most uniforms second to Oregon. And you know that's a Nike factory.
Right.
He's generating all this stuff and they ain't handled the business right. That was the main reason he left.
And here's the thing.
Put him on blast when he left.
Okay, let's stop here, gentlemen. Let's stop here. Brother Kells, I will eat these words if it happens. But I promise you that in Colorado State, ain't nobody breaking into Coach Prime's car.
You got that right.
That is a whole different, that is apples and bowling balls. He will not get his car broken into just as easily. He may face racism because there's some white folks up there, or bigotry, active bigotry. He may face active bigotry.
Colorado.
He may be called a little nigger, which does not count for your point when you hear it. He may have some of his property defaced with racial epithets, which does not count for your point in the future when you hear it. But if you think in Colorado some niggas is gonna break into Coach Prime's car, you making a point because you wanted to type. It is not the same thing. Go ahead.
He gonna run into Clayton Bigsby. That's who he gonna run into if he go to. That's true.
But Jeff, you made a great point of what the brother was alluding to earlier when he was saying that. I guess he was taking it like it felt like a lot of people was just picking on Deion Sanders because it seemed like to me that he just got fed up with all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we really want to be fair and honest. It seems like he just got fed up, and that one part of me, I'm like, why? You know what you was getting into, but the other part is like, shit, I understand, because like you said, ain't nobody about to break into Coach Prime's as long as Colorado is winning. Now, if he fucking lose, they gonna give him the bricks.
They gonna make it happen.
Right. Yeah, they gonna make that shit happen. They gonna give him the bricks and everything to break in that motherfucking car. But as long as he's out there winning and doing what they want him to do, being a good chicken George, they're not going to have a problem. Deion is going to have a good life. They're going to give him a nice house, some beautiful white women. They're going to make sure that some of his players get away with smoking weed.
Yeah.
They're going to do all kind of good shit for him.
Yes, sir.
So I get the good carrot that was put in front of brother Dion, and a lot of times people like he sold out. I'm like, okay, that might have been the first offer Dion got, or that could have been the 50th fucking offer.
Yeah.
Add that to the fact that my son's cars is broken into, all our fucking jewelry broken into, the money I sacrificed to make, not going to the kids I care about, and shit. Even if I left the HBCUs with a hell of a head start. So instead of us focusing on fucking Dion Primetime Sanders, how about if a HBCU is playing near your black ass, buy a fucking ticket this year. Go spend a little money. Go talk to the kids. Go do something. Get involved in that shit. And until that happens, let Dion ass go over there to the white women. Fuck, we know that's what he want. I don't trust niggas with Jerry curls who won. And for the record, I'm boycotting the Dallas Cowboys version of Deion Sanders. I'm a 49ers fan, Jeff. I'm sorry. I ride with Deion with the 49ers. Fuck the Cowboys. I'm boycotting that version.
Well,
is that fair?
Let me get here.
But shit.
Still same dude.
Let me get here.
You can't throw out the Cowboys without throwing out Dion.
Here's the issue.
God damn it, y'all right.
Here's the issue. We're discussing the politics around which wagon, which niggas from Massa is on.
Yeah, well, he's cut ties with that plantation, so we don't accusatory of him of that. So.
Yes, we are dealing with which wagon is Massa's niggas on.
You see how the NCAA treats the HBCUs. You already know what it is.
Whoa,
right.
Brother True.
They can't even compete.
Here's the focus. The focus is all wrong. The focus is all wrong. We are discussing the shape, position, and smell of the turd. When all we got to do is come out of this shit. What should have happened is the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi should have got with the head of Jackson State, the head of the police department, and found out who broke in these cars. And we should have made them motherfuckers walk the plank in front of us all. And there should have been a huge apology from Jackson State, from the mayor, from the city, and the whole world should have saw it. And there should have been a fucking manifesto of apology.
Cause niggas know who did it because they dusty asses probably bragging about it.
Jeff, can I ask you a question?
Everybody wearing that shit right now.
Sure.
You a bad motherfucker at chess, ain't you?
I do. I love chess.
You want to know how I know? When you sit back in that fucking chair with that pipe like that, it's an atomic bomb that we know is about ready to go the fuck off. We know it.
That's funny. Okay, as comics go, I'm pretty good. Here's the niggas I done beat. Jamie Foxx, Lewis Dix, Speedy. Now, there's a comic out there, shout out to Henry Coleman. Tommy Chun. I whooped all them niggas' ass playing chess. Joe Blunt. These are all guys I know that play chess. Can't none of us get past Henry Coleman.
It's your way of looking at life. I love how you let people unpack that shit. It's like, you hear halfway what they say. You're like, I know it's bullshit, but I'm going to let him unpack it and land his motherfucking plane. And then I'm going to lean back in this chair. He don't know how I strapped the bomb to his fucking plane he landed and blow that shit up. It's amazing.
Thank you, brother.
Look, he's leaning back now. Look, check him out.
Here's where it comes. That's hilarious. Here's where it comes from, brother. Here's the
duly noted.
Especially in this room. Everybody in this room and listening and watching under the sound of my voice is gravitated to higher thought. You gravitated to higher thought. I had a special show on a nigga who shall remain nameless, who can't think this fast. And I purposely gave him the floor. Why? Because I knew what the fuck he was gonna do with it. I knew what he was gonna do with it. I love this sparring. And I'm not fit to teach if I'm not fit to learn. I'll bring it up again. I forget what it was, but Brother Bruce has proved me wrong, led me to a draw. And I have to give way to that, because if I don't, I got a zombie in my mental coliseum, leaving necrosis around because I won't let that dead thought die and be gone. That's why. That's how my thoughts get this sharp. Because of how many thoughts I have let walk the fucking plank. I let them walk the plank. When they're no longer good thoughts, I gotta let them go. If somebody could tell me how it makes sense for us, in the words of Lolly, in the movie Sugar Hill, can somebody please tell me why we are still kissing this boy's ass? If somebody could explain to me why it is that we fuck with white folks at all, I would drop my sword and go, yeah, it makes sense to me. But we are it in every area.
I don't have no question for that. But I do want to know, what is the name of that shit that's in that pipe again? I got to get some of that shit.
Right now, I tell you what you do.
Right, I'm about to go find me some Mullen.
Mullen.
Yeah, Mullen. Look, that's the whitest we need to go. Chris Mullen. That's how I'm gonna remember that shit. Get me a buzz with some Chris Mullen.
Go to
the. I got it now, motherfucker.
I tell you what you do. You about to save you a gang of money. Mullen is 10 times cheaper than weed, and it's 10 times better for you. It's
$5 a bag.
I heard that shit.
For a bag. This I can tell you right now. This is $200 worth of weed. This is a $5 bag of Mullen. No, cousin Annis. I was smoking on the Mullen before I feel this. Cut your
That's $150 worth of weed in Massachusetts.
Hey, cousin Annis, I believe it now. That was a stamp right there. Like they used to tell you in church when they say you say your prayers, you gotta say it in Jesus' name. Cousin Annis, when she said "show it is," I believe it now. You had me intrigued, but I believe it now. That's why I feel sorry for these fresh and fit type of brothers, man. Because a lot of what they say about the sisters, they be right, but it's like they don't have that love from a black woman yet. And if you had that, you would know to watch your tongue when we speak about them. You would know to mind your tongue a little bit when we speak, just a tad bit.
Let's get over to the fresh and fit boys. Let's talk about
get to them.
They do some dumb shit again.
No. I just noticed
he's talking
they're part
about
of that red pill manosphere. That and I don't knock it, because truth is truth, whether anybody get mad or not. Facts is facts. But it's coming from a place of how Tariq and she proved it. A lot of these brothers come from, they never had success with black women. So it's still that disdain when they talk. It's not coming from, sisters, I just want you to be great because we know how great you are. And when we are great and y'all great together, man, we amazing motherfuckers.
Well,
Excuse my French.
Here, no, motherfucker goes in here. Here is what I think the issue is, in my opinion, is that because of this shift that has happened, it has given a solid floor to those who only want to focus on the problem as opposed to the problem and the solution.
Nigga, amen. Amen.
They don't want the solution. Because if you come to No Man Mondays, bro, in there, we putting it how we put the pimp hand down on No Man Mondays. Please check it out tomorrow. Power357radio.com.
That's the
Check us out. No Man Monday tomorrow at
7 p.m.
At 7 p.m. on the East Coast.
So 6. All right. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, check it out. The problem is that they don't, again, like you said, they don't have the experience of love because it was robbed from them the same way that Ronald Reagan delivered a gut punch to who we were trying to be. with this crack shit. Watch Snowfall. So much comes from that grenade. Slavery was a nuclear weapon. Crack was a fucking hand grenade that went off. A series of them that went off in major cities and destroyed
Crack
Big
was
Mama.
definitely the dirty bomb of our community.
Yes, I love that.
That's
Crack was the dirty bomb of our community.
The illustration of I don't know if anybody remember those first 2 episodes of Snowfall, how they illustrated how the hood of LA looked prior to crack. And it's the beautiful, like, you know, you still seeing that. Yeah, we were still poverty, you had racism, but the unity, the love, it was just like, wow. And I was born in '86, so I didn't get a chance to see it. The hood for me was...
It was beautiful, brother. It was beautiful.
I was in LA. I was in LA in the Marines. I was in California in the Marines in 1986.
I didn't see it in LA, but I saw it here on the East Coast. Shit. It was beautiful.
Oh, man. I believe one day, man, we'll get it back. I don't want to go down and have a dream speeches and shit, but yeah, man, that illustration John Singleton put for Snow, like, I don't know if people understand how that is helping these young kids to see, like, damn, when Uncle such and such and Aunt Gladys was talking about these times, that shit was real. Like, damn, where they, you know what I mean? It's dope to see it, you know.
Oh, brother, there was a time. There was when I tell you sadly, brother, if you were born after 1979, your childhood was fucked up in comparison to mine.
Fucking sucked.
Oh my God.
I beg to differ.
We'll have to have a debate about that one. I disagree.
Okay.
We might have to have a discussion about that shit.
You can, but here's your problem. You don't have any memories that don't include video games. All the gifts you got for Christmas plugged up.
I don't know.
No, not until
I didn't. Babies was born at a great time where we got a good blend of both.
I was born in 1980.
But what I will say this that you guys got over us. Y'all young adult life definitely light years better than ours. And we saw the videos to know. Freaknik niggas, all that type of shit. Don't act like your ass was a Kuna Matata back in them Star Search days, nigga. Don't act like them comic view days. Back when you had your hair, nigga.
Okay, back when I had the right hair. Okay, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna get a Florida Spark one. There was a time, sir. To be honest, I have stepped on every continent and I've left my seed on every continent. Yes.
You have to tell us about the watermelon that you was eating. He was eating watermelon and he said, because they was talking racist shit about us, I want to leave a piece of watermelon in every motherfucking place. That's what he's talking about, y'all.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
That's what he's talking about.
Is that what they're calling it now? Anyway.
Yes. All right, fucking Chris Hakeem.
My youth, the 90s, I will say this. The late 80s and the early 90s was the sweet spot for 20-somethings. But bruh, so was the 70s. So the 70s, bruh. That's the problem.
Better than us. You was better than us. I wasn't comparing y'all to them.
Okay, yeah.
But you was better than us. Yeah, hell yeah. Y'all still was able to, you know how I knew y'all time was better, Jeff? Because I look at old comic videos and shit, and y'all was on stage with suits. I said they had to be a cool motherfucking time to be doing comedy in 3-piece suits in this motherfucker, and the crowd is like this. It was like niggatry, but it was safe niggatry.
Yeah.
In our era, the wrong song, stepping on shoes, all that shit, it was over, nigga. It was a different time.
Did heroin not have an effect on y'all?
Big time, major.
Depending on your geographical area.
Yeah. Geography and time. Heroin came into play real heavy right at the end of the Vietnam War. Heroin wasn't a thing for us. For us, we got stuck right with the crack. When crack started to hit in the mid 80s, but it did not destroy our childhood, because in the mid 80s, I was 20 something already. I was already past that.
Yeah, I was just starting.
So that was a little different. As childhoods go, man, oh man.
Do not talk about no fucking He-Man and Thundercats. You don't care about that. Thundercats is gay as shit. I just want to say I'm sorry.
Well, we said I was going to say something about Thundercats.
Right, because I'll go back to Ultraman. Fuck that.
Come on.
Ultraman was the shit. He had that too.
Johnny Hayata, Johnny Sacco, all that shit.
Okay, I'm a dead all of y'all. I'm a Speed Racer, Battle of the Planets, Tom and Jerry, Popeye.
I'll give you Scooby-Doo. I'll give you Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
I'll give you
Scooby-Doo.
Tom and Jerry.
I'll give you that.
Tom and Jerry. My mother used to call that a black cartoon because you could always only see a black woman's ankles. You know, like she was the only.
I can honestly say,
in Tom and Jerry was
all of those cartoons taught me about jazz and different forms of music.
From a cartoon, that's amazing, nigga.
Hey, brothers, yo, I wanna just emphasize that mulling, right? I wanna drop a little science about that mulling on y'all real quick, right? Mulling is it gets rid of mucus and toxins, right? Not just in the lungs, but in the sinuses and the brain. So it's a brain tonic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's something that's very good to smoke to increase your brain activity because it clears the brain and allows for blood flow and oxygen flow to get to the brain so that you're thinking at higher levels. So don't sleep on that mulling, you know what I'm saying? As I'm saying, Uncle Geoff,
appreciate that, brother.
Hit that mulling. I'm realizing that he over here turning into a super mutant and shit like that. So he got an advantage. He got an advantage on all of y'all, you know what I'm saying?
well, brother,
he got the cheat code.
Here's it, brother, and I'm sharing it.
This is one.
Now I gotta ask, brother Spliffs, is that smoked for the brain or drank? Does it make a difference? Because you can also make a tea.
It's actually one of the herbs that's better to smoke because the hairs on it are very irritating. And it's a longer process to make the tea. The tea is not so, unless you go through a longer process, the tea is not so friendly as far as drinking. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like cannabis where it has to be heated up to 250 degrees for at least 30 minutes.
Well, no, it doesn't. No, you can get it. Now, mind what I'm saying. You can use it as a tea. It doesn't have to be heated up to 250 degrees, but it's better as a if you vaporize it and smoke it. You know what I'm saying? Just for the comfort of your throat. You know what I'm saying?
You need natural carboxylation.
Well, I can tell y'all this. Okay, I cycled off of weed partly because my sponsor spoiled me. Okay. And he's gonna be on Giraffe Balls very soon. Shout out to John, who smells like weed. That's his case, a comedian. That's his stage name, John, who smells like weed.
Shout out John, who smell like weed.
Yeah, and he's a grower. And he's a grower. And when I tell you that this dude got the Cadillac shit, oh my God,
where he comes from?
It's fucking up. Yeah, that's where I got Pussy Fairy, Speaker Knockers. Oh my God, great weed. However, he's been busy way out in the desert. He can't get to me. I can't get to him. And I'd be goddamn if I'm getting ounces for free if I'm finna pay for that shit. So I was like, this is a great time to just cycle off of weed. In all honesty, I was smoking, not that I smoked weed, I was smoking too much of it. And I will go back to it, but I'm only going to smoke it during the show, during my shows, or if I'm in a little pain. Other than that, I'm not going to fuck with it, and I'm going to stay heavy with this because I was saying earlier, your dreams. Here's what happens to your dreams. For me, it's not that I don't have dreams smoking weed. It's that I don't remember them. I only remember them being good. I never had a bad dream smoking weed, ever. They were always great dreams that I didn't remember.
I've had 3.
Coming off of it, my dreams have come back to me like a flood, and I can reach out, they're palpable. I can reach out and touch them. I have great visions in my dreams now that I am not smoking I'm not smoking as much weed. My memory is different. It wasn't
that oxygen boost will do that. You know what I'm saying? It really will do that. Like getting that oxygen to the brain will increase your memory, increase your dream states. You know what I'm saying? It's really a good herb, man.
I'm gonna check it out, man. I'm definitely gonna get in touch with you about it because, I'm gonna take my little break from smoking tomorrow for a little minute.
For a little bit, bro. Cycle off of it. Come back.
Before I forget, the chat was popping because they didn't like you talking about how your old ass 70s childhood with all them soft ass animals, the Tomcats or Thunder, whatever y'all want to call them.
That's not my shit. Thundercats is not my shit.
We from the era of rock and sock and robots.
Thundercats 84 to 87.
Whatever y'all want to call your Flintstone generation.
Watch your mouth on the Flintstones. Woo! You better watch you some old Flintstones.
On the Yabba Dabba Doo side of the game.
Yes.
I would like the chat to represent what era were you a kid in. And explain to Jeff or explain to Tony Mack and the rest of these folks why your era was better than the ones we said it was.
Jeff over there trying to rap
Teletubbies and shit.
Josie
I
and the
know we got
Pussycats.
something. Okay, I see Josie and the Pussycats. You got
They treated the black drummer like shit.
That's what you got out of Josie and the Pussycats. And you down.
Why the sister the airhead? Nigga, like the sister was the airhead who would save the day, so she was stupid, but she wasn't really.
Oh shit! Look at the Freudian slip from Alif Bell.
I'm not riding with the Looney
Look at
Tunes.
we got to if Diverse is still in here, Pure Fire, we got to do something with Looney Tunes. We got to do something with Looney Tunes.
We don't fool with them, man. Looney Tunes did some dirty stuff with us, man. Disrespectful.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
Put that hunga bunga bunga in your binga binga bunga.
That showed me how the world works.
Yeah, most cartoons are trash.
Represent.
Call that nigga Nature Boy.
Nigga, I knew if I ever saw white people waving Yosemite Sam to be afraid. That's what fucking Looney Tunes taught me. And when there was a town, and that was the fucking shit, and I was like, you know what?
Let's not forget the Little Rascals.
Little Rascals, bro.
In my young ignorance, I used to watch the Looney Tunes until I ran across this one episode where Bugs was running from Elmer Fudd and went into this disguise. It's still on YouTube if y'all want to look this up. In the disguise, he turned into the chocolate bunny who begged his master to let him go. No, man.
Okay, hold on.
Through this. And from that point on, fuck the Tunes as a record label staff.
Let me slow you way down. Okay? You are not going to get an argument from anybody in here over 50 years old about the abject racism of certain cartoons when we were little. Because you have to remember who wrote them.
Most of it was political propaganda.
Yes.
Yeah, but the chicken hawk was a nigga.
True enough.
Yes. Now, I'm gonna tell you how much. Which one is it? No, okay. No, that's my Confederate flag. That's red, black, and green.
I don't see none of y'all threw the Boondocks up.
Okay.
Or Ruckus.
Let me explain to you what cartoons meant to me. That's Martin the Martian. Right there is Bugs Bunny with a hole in his head smoking. On the moon, and the earth is finally blown up.
Because he uses transmodulator.
But that's the Lithium Q37 modulator.
Look here, Jack. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Now think about this. Martin the Martian was red, black, and green.
Yep.
He could see beyond Earth. It obstructed his view of Venus. Something bigger, something greater. And he never ever accomplished getting past Bugs Bunny, the white rabbit. Think about Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny never got anything that he did not lie, cheat, or steal for. Ever.
He was the epitome of the slick talker.
Yes.
Should have took that left at Albuquerque. God damn.
Yes. Yes. Everything he ever got was through deceit. Which is why the one place that Bugs Bunny loses is right here. That motherfucker lost. You lost to the dude.
He got bowling ball.
Yes. That is the future. That's the future, people. And with that, I think, where's Law? Law, what you got to say, bro? Almost. I see Law, but I can't see you. You're in the dark, and I was about to kick everybody the fuck out of here. But if you got something to say,
represent for the Power Rangers. I saw that in the chat too.
That nigga did die.
Yeah.
But you know what? I you can't shout him out because he went from being the dude who was like the cool ranger, then he went to being the white ranger. Like, because he, and then it was like, no.
Well, the Power Rangers originally had a black ranger who was black, a yellow ranger who was Asian, a red ranger who happened to be of somewhat native, so-called Native American descent. So
who ate cheeseburgers all the time. Yeah,
right. It was all kind of bullshit, but I didn't give a shit that the Black Ranger was black and that the nigga did Brazilian jiu-jitsu and dance and shit like that. It was fucking enjoyable.
He had the worst hairline ever.
Okay, guys.
And he was cool as shit.
Guys,
niggas everywhere in Hollywood have the worst hairline ever.
Okay, hippity hop mob stock. I hate to bust your bubble with Power Rangers, but I'm gonna do it with one compound word: Ultraman.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta go watch Ultraman.
It's the same
shit. I should have known he was leaning back in that goddamn chair. I should have known a chess move was coming. He gonna get all serious with us, guys.
Hell, even Thunderbird. It's Ultraman and Thunderbirds put together.
They don't even know about G-Force, Jeff.
G-Force,
bruh. G-Force ain't my
characters that talk like birds.
Mark.
I'm surprised nobody's brought up Gumby.
All of it came from Blackula. That's the bullshit story I'm telling my grandkids.
Okay, I'm throwing your ass out for that shit. Fucking Blackula. You have to go. I can kick all you niggas out with that. Fucking Blackula. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, people. God damn it. I will be in here forever with y'all, which is counterproductive because I got to get with my homies and cut this and make something out of it. Another bomb ass show that would not be near as bomb. Okay, yeah, I am kind of fly, but it would not be near as bomb without the Jedis that I got showing up now, man. This is so fucking dope. I love that Tony Mac. I love something. Tony Mac. I'm gonna close with this. Not so much with my man Fire. Fire's already a fucking master Jedi. Not so much with my man Spliffs, master Jedi. Bruce, Spark One, Tony Mac, and especially Tony Mac being a comedian. The bridge between young comedians and old comedians needs to be strengthened. We don't get to just talk shit about how y'all got the internet and internet comics this and that. We got shit to learn from you. And y'all got shit to learn from us. And it is not just the fact that I'm honored or that you're honored to get down with me, Brother, it is our duties to get down with each other. And I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say. Oh, by the way, look up Jeff Brown comic view, and you will see a young Jeff Brown with his hair sharp as hell in a sharp fly ass suit doing my comic view special. Back before they made the people stand up, I actually got to stand up. Another whole nother subject. The point is this: that I don't play that me up here, you down there game. I don't give a fuck whose town I come to. If you there, Tony Mack, and you see me maybe there with George Lopez, DL, Eddie Griffin, Cat, any of my dudes, bruh, you in the fold, come through. Come chop it up with these masters. I ain't giving you the Heisman. You a young buck in my fraternity. I'm supposed to embrace you. Comic to comic. Black man to black man. Senior to junior. Junior to senior. We have to learn from, deal with, and love one another, people. That's where we need to get to be. That's what this whole show, that's what the whole Get Down is about. Even when you get down to how I feel about these Jasper-ass shade tree house coons that we dealing with, and the bullshit we dealing with is from a place of love. And with that, stay high in thought. Stay high in deed. Guide your ignorance to your wisdom. Pull out of the gravity of the stupid. Sisters, find your peace. Brothers, find your majesty. It's your Uncle Geoff. I'm out.